Have you ever been in a situation where someone threw an insult your way, and only hours later did you finally think of the perfect response? Well, that moment of regret ends today. Today, we're diving into something that not only makes conversations lighter, but puts you in control of them: witty comebacks. In this video, we'll be uncovering 5 incredible techniques to master witty comebacks, helping you navigate any tricky interaction. Let's get started. 1. Humor as your secret weapon. Let's dive into this together. The first thing you need to know about witty comebacks is that they aren't about winning or proving someone else wrong. They're about leaving a positive, lasting impression. Humor is your best tool for taking an uncomfortable moment and turning it into something lighthearted. Imagine you're at a party and someone makes a sarcastic comment about your love for the ocean. They say, "Why don't you marry the ocean already?" Instead of getting defensive, you respond with a relaxed smile. "Honestly, I'd consider it, but I'm pretty sure the ocean is taken." With that quick, humorous turn, you've not only disarmed the sarcasm, but also made it clear that you're secure in yourself. Humor is powerful because it shifts the energy of the conversation. People remember how you make them feel, and with a funny retort, you leave them laughing instead of creating conflict. 2. Techniques to sharpen your wit. This next section might change the way you approach conversations forever. You won't believe how simple these techniques are, yet their impact is huge. Let's break them down. Literal interpretation. When someone's being sarcastic, one of the funniest things you can do is take them literally. It catches them off guard and flips the narrative. For example, if someone mocks your hobby by saying, "Wow, you act like you're an expert at photography," you can playfully reply, "Thank you. I actually do consider myself an expert." You've removed their ammunition by owning the statement. Misinterpretation. This involves intentionally twisting their comment into something completely harmless or funny. Suppose someone says your outfit looks like a mess, and you respond with fake enthusiasm, "I was going for fashionable disaster and clearly I nailed it." Suddenly, their insult becomes a joke that everyone can laugh along with. The power of agreement. Sometimes, the best way to take the sting out of an insult is to agree with it humorously. Not only does it reduce tension, but it also shows that you're confident and not easily shaken. For instance, if someone teases, "You're always late," you could grin and say, "I know, the world just isn't ready for me to be on time." By agreeing with a playful twist, you take control of the narrative. Self-deprecating humor, people connect with those who don't take themselves too seriously. Laughing at yourself might sound counterintuitive, but it's one of the easiest ways to disarm criticism. Imagine someone comments on your lack of athleticism and you reply, "Yeah, the only running I do is late." Not only have you neutralized the remark, but you've made yourself relatable, drawing people into your sense of humor. These techniques make sure that even in the face of criticism, you walk out of the situation with your confidence intact. 3. The timing trick. Pausing for effect. Now let's uncover something that comedians and charismatic people always get right: timing. Believe it or not, your witty comeback will only be as strong as when you deliver it. Timing is everything, and by making strategic pauses, you can amp up the power of your response significantly. Let's say someone jokes about your cooking skills. "Well, I guess we don't have to worry about you winning MasterChef." Instead of rushing to respond, you pause for just a beat. Give them a moment to wonder what you're going to say, and then reply, "True, but at least there's no danger of your cooking spoiling the show either." That pause draws everyone's attention to you, adding extra punch to the comeback. Being mindful of timing doesn't mean overthinking. It's simply about delivering your line with confidence and a touch of drama to make it land perfectly. 4. Inspired by politics. Wit in high-stakes moments. Let me take you to one of the most intense conversational battlegrounds: political debates. There's no place with more insults flying around than a parliament session, but you'd be surprised to learn how humor is often used to soften sharp criticisms. Take the UK Parliament, for example. Politicians there are known to crack witty remarks, even at their rivals. They'll call each other things like dinosaurs during debates. A sharper critic might use humor to point out contradictions while diffusing tension. These techniques might seem subtle, but they highlight an important point. Even in serious situations, humor creates camaraderie and reduces hostility. Now think about how this can work in everyday life. If someone challenges you at work, rather than snapping back, you can use a playful jab to redirect their comment into something less confrontational. Maybe a teammate criticizes your presentation for being too simple. You could counter with a smile. Well, I like to think of it as keeping it accessible. Mass appeal, you know? You've acknowledged their remark while keeping things friendly. Politicians who master humor stay memorable, and you can use similar techniques to build rapport. 5. Redirection. Focus on the positive. Another powerful move when faced with criticism is redirection, when you pivot away from the insult and focus somewhere constructive. Imagine you're presenting a group project, and a teammate mentions your slides could have used more design effort. Instead of getting defensive, you could respond with something like, "True, but I think the data really speaks for itself, don't you?" You've acknowledged their input, but you've guided the conversation back to something positive. This skill is essential for keeping discussions moving forward without dwelling on negativity, whether it's in professional settings or social situations. Pivoting away from criticism shows that you're too composed to let minor remarks ruffle your feathers. 6. When in doubt, use self-deprecation. Here's something surprising. People are more drawn to you when you own your flaws and laugh at them. Self-deprecating humor is like a magnet. It humanizes you and makes you seem approachable and grounded. Let's say someone jokingly says, "You'll never make it to the gym." Instead of getting defensive, you could reply with, "True, my idea of cardio is flipping through Netflix menus." Not only have you deflected the jab, but you've also made it a shared laugh that others can relate to. When you make fun of yourself, you're showing that you're secure in who you are. It's a reminder to everyone listening. You know your own limitations and you're okay with it. That kind of self-confidence? It's irresistible. 7. The fun factor. Lightening the mood. Finally, let's talk about the overarching idea behind mastering witty comebacks. They're meant to lighten, not darken, the mood. People don't remember perfect jokes. They remember how they felt around you. Witty comebacks give you the chance to steer the vibe towards something playful and engaging. Take this approach and apply it to any situation. Maybe you're hanging out with a group of friends, and someone teases your tendency to overpack for trips. Instead of getting serious, you go, "Hey, packing light is for people who don't believe in options." Again, you've flipped the narrative and made the moment about fun instead of criticism. The fun factor keeps conversations rolling and shows people you're the kind of person who can roll with the punches, someone worth spending time with. Closing thought, there you have it, friends. We've unpacked the art of turning awkward moments into opportunities for humor. From using literal interpretations to misinterpretations, embracing self-deprecating humor, and mastering the perfect timing, these strategies will ensure that you always have the upper hand without coming across as rude or overly combative. Remember, though, that wit is about connection, not conflict. The best comebacks aren't about winning. They're about bringing levity into the conversation and making others smile. So go ahead, practice these techniques in your next tricky interaction and let your humor shine. Thanks for tuning in. If you found these tips helpful, hit that like button and be sure to share your favorite witty comeback in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and tips on navigating life with confidence. See you next time.